NBC 16 News at 6:30.
First at 6:30, it's not just gas prices. Oregonians are struggling across the board. So what needs to happen to make Oregon affordable again? Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 6:30. I'm Gold Meadows.
And I'm Alan Matthews. Oregonians say they're fighting to stay above water financially as a new study out of the Common Sense Institute ranks Oregon as the 5th least affordable state in the U.S.
I spoke with residents and an economist about the problem, the causes, and the future financial outlook for Oregon families. Making ends meet is getting harder for Oregonians. According to the Common Sense Institute, household costs in the state have risen $18,300 more per year since 2019, outpacing income growth. Although many factors shape the current economy, one local economist says there's three main culprits.
The first two are on the cost side, and that's housing costs and childcare costs. And then the third factor is on the earnings side, and that's slower wage growth than the rest of the country.
Kuhn says that has a lot to do with higher paying technical jobs being less prevalent in Oregon than middle income jobs. Cindy Hunter, a Eugene resident, says during these uncertain times where she sees most of her expenses going up, she and her husband had to move in with her son and daughter-in-law because they can't afford to live in their own place.
I wish that my husband and I could just live on our own and didn't have to depend on others to get by every month. You know, it makes me feel guilty.
Tag on to those expenses, rising costs for groceries and other goods. Under President Trump's tariffs, the Tax Foundation says U.S. households experienced an increase in expenses of $1,000 across all goods last year, and they'll see a $600 increase this year. Kuhn says lower-income families could be disproportionately impacted with the addition of changes to SNAP benefits through President Trump's spending bill.
Oregon is one of the states that has the largest SNAP participation rate. Recent changes to the program that sort of redefine benefit eligibility, benefit maximums, institute work requirements, and that could affect, again, affordability for lower wage earners in the state.
Some say it's to be expected.
Housing is expensive, but it's expensive everywhere, and food is expensive everywhere. So we're not going through anything the rest of the country's not going through.
In recent weeks, gas prices have also been on the rise. AAA put the national average cost of a gallon of gas Tuesday at $3.97 and Oregon's average at $4.87. That's nearly $1 more a gallon than the cost a month ago, when the state average was $3.91 a gallon. This rise directly linked to the ongoing conflict in Iran, driving up the cost of crude oil.
There doesn't seem to be an end in sight, and I'm very frustrated with people making the decisions to make that happen. You've got a lot of people on the other side chanting America first, and none of this feels very America first. It just feels like on both sides they need to be adults and solve their problems with words.
Kuhn says one change he noticed some states make post-pandemic was loosening restrictions around housing construction to stimulate housing supply. He says that's the best next step for Oregon to improve affordability.